snaps every practice, but not the entire time. So new receivers is not a big deal to him.
Now Joseph in trouble, and he'll get tossed down by Aaron Hunt, who's had a big night. That's his 3rd sack of the game. Hunt doubling his total on the year. He had 3 coming in, and now up to 6 for the veteran defensive tackle.
Well, he goes right down Main Street on this one. You see him right lined up between center and guard. Looks like Greg White sort of stepped outside, thought his center, Kyle Koch, was going to take him. He didn't.
That's 5 sacks for the Lions, 15 against the Eskimos in the last 3 games. Joseph throwing downfield, nobody home, incomplete. So 3rd down back at the 43. It's 3rd and 19, so Damon Duvall onto the field. Looks like the punt team's coming out, and they'll try and pin the Lions deep instead of attempting a 50-yarder.
Well, the last time was 47. Damon Duvall missed, gave up the single.
Or you try the onside. McCarty was onside. It is fielded, however, by Ryan Phillips. And so a little gadget play by the Eskimo special teams doesn't work. And when you're down by 26, you got to try something like that. By the way, a new Purelator tackle hunger record. Over 109,000 pounds. So Edmonton's got 1 victory tonight.
So you're saying that the Battle of Alberta, because this was to beat the Calgary record, is 1-0 Edmonton right now, with their next 2 games, the Edmonton Eskimos, against Calgary.
Here's Travis Lule down the rail for Kier Johnson. And in and out of his hands. Osai in coverage, not sure if he got his hand on it too. But Kier Johnson has become a favorite target here tonight.
Well, he's having some issues with this deep ball from Travis Lule. I believe that's the 3rd attempt to him. One was he was separated. That one right in his hand. Maybe distracted by Osai a little bit, but one he should have had. Of the 3, that was the most catchable. I'm not going to put the first one when Donovan Alexander hit him hard over the middle as a drop.
Here's Lule over the middle. He's got Lule, he has Bruce in the first down up at the 40-yard line.
Now on the other hand, Arland Bruce has caught a couple of these ones over the middle. Tough catches where he's taken hits. One was for a touchdown where he went airborne, and it's just simple crossing route for Bruce.
So
Andrew Harris trying to get Travis Lule into a manageable situation here. Nice 2nd and medium. We haven't seen a lot of Andrew Harris in the running game. Big touchdown called back last week, over 60-yarder, no holding call. And Lule now in 2nd and 7. He'll just dump it off to Kier Johnson. Nice move in the open field, and Kier Johnson's brought down by J.C. Sherritt. He looks a little shaken up on the play. He's been good on the intermediate routes, Kier Johnson, whether it be the quick outs to the sideline or those crossing routes in a couple of hitch plays, but he'll come the bottom of here, right across on the crossing route. And has been solid on these, and just has to now shore up the deep ball and will be a real dangerous target.
I better get back in here before Wally Pip is reenacted A little headset malfunction, but back in time to see Arlen Bruce catch yet another. 7 grabs for Arlen Bruce, a couple of touchdowns, and we're through 3 quarters here in Edmonton. Well, if you're just joining us, the stats tell the story tonight, don't they?
Yeah, sometimes they say the numbers don't always tell the story. They do tonight. It's been all BC Lions. Edmonton Eskimos just could not get anything going, or haven't been able to, in 3 quarters offensively.
Critical game last night for 2 struggling teams in Toronto, and it ended up costing Greg Marshall his job. Not sure how many jobs were in jeopardy in BC, but this was a game of reckoning for them, and they have responded.
You know, with all the changes for the Edmonton Eskimos and the matchup that was created tonight for the Lions and the urgency that they had to have tonight, you're right. I mean, they lose this game to Edmonton. The BC Lions are going back home with the bye week coming up, and the discussion is on as to whether or not there should be changes, and possibly in the coaching staff. All of the players would have been, again, taking a good, hard, long look at whether or not changes had to be made in personnel. And, you know, a win changes a lot of things. And the BC Lions, as you mentioned, have Toronto back-to-back. They can get right back in the race if they can steal 1 or 2 up in that matchup.
1st and 10, and there's a pass complete to a guy that has been rather quiet tonight. Just his 3rd catch for Geroy Simon. 21 yards coming into this 4th quarter of the 305 passing yards for Travis Lulay. That's enough for a 1st down, and now Geroy is within a couple of... In fact, he just tied Darren Flutie for 3rd on the all-time list as they give him 12 yards on that catch. So
1 more catch for Geroy Simon, 1 more yard for Geroy Simon. He moves into 3rd all-time behind Alan Pitts and Milt Stegall. I hope they can get him the ball 1 more in this 4th quarter at least.
1st down, Lulay backpedals and now throws, and there it is. Geroy Simon heading to the end zone. Touchdown! And that's a record tire as he moves into a tie with Willie Fleming on the all-time Lion list.
And passes Darren Flutie in dramatic fashion to move into 3rd place all-time in the CFL list for receiving yards as he catches his dig route, the crosser over the middle, and then yak yards, guts it in, takes on the tackle, and crosses the goal line. Dramatic fashion to move into 3rd and pass Willie Fleming.
So now Simon and Bruce with major scores. Bruce with a couple, and a Superman pose at the end of that BC touchdown. Evening as well.
Yeah, good to see him move up the list, and honestly couldn't happen to a better guy, nicer guy.
Jerome Messam on this kick return, and he takes a hit as he crosses the 30.
Crossing route, he's got inside leverage. He needed 1 yard to pass Darren Flutie, gets a lot more, plus the touchdown.
And it's his 87th touchdown as a BC Lion to move into a tie with Willie the Wisp, who many of the old-timers will tell you was as good a player who's ever played in the Canadian Football League. There's Kerry Joseph. He has a completion. And away goes Preche Rodriguez. And he's tripped up inside the 30-yard line by J.R. LaRose. But with that completion, Kerry Joseph's generated 4 first downs in the game, as many as Ricky Ray.
Let's go back and take a look at Geroy Simon and his numbers now total as he moves into 3rd place all time and closes in on Alan Pitts and Milt Stegall. By the way, he's on pace to get both of them and become the all-time leader if he can stay healthy.
He gets through there, he's gone. So you got to just pick a lane and just hit it. You know what I'm saying?
All in his 200th game. Play action fake. Here's Chris Bauman, and Tad Cordigay stops him for about a yard gain.
Kerry Joseph to take 87, Chris Bauman. He picks up 3 down to the BC 26.
Eskimos will lick their wounds over the bye week. Hope that many of those receivers will be returning. for the back-to-back Labor Day meetings with the guys from Southern Alberta.
And there's Fred Stamps, and boy, they'd love to have him back. I mean, he was leading by a long way when he was injured a couple weeks ago. Missed last week altogether, but they're hoping for the Labor Day rematch for Fred Stamps. Jason Barnes right beside him. Well, congratulations to G. Simon.
There's no infraction for a time count violation. Timeout, Edmonton.
So they were going to call a time count, but the Eskimos got a timeout called just in time. There's the man who started in BC. The G. Simon has eclipsed tonight. How many of those yards for Darren Flutie were with Danny McManus tossing the football?
One of the best combinations in CFL history was Danny McManus to Darren Flutie. And
in BC, Edmonton, and in Hamilton.
And G. Simon, with a lot of different quarterbacks, passes Darren Flutie tonight.
And there's Kerry Joseph nailed behind the line of scrimmage as Karan Williams brings him down. And that Lion front has eaten up the offensive line tonight of the Edmonton Eskimos, and it's now 6 sacks in the night, 16 in 3 games.
Well, there's no question that the issues continue for the O-line for the Edmonton Eskimos. Karan Williams on a delayed stunt. He starts out playing defensive end and then just comes around the middle. He got some help there off the edge from the nickelback Anthony Reddick. 6 tonight.
There were 4 sacks allowed by the Eskimos in the first 4 weeks. They've now given up 23, which is a league high. 3rd down, and they didn't get the playoff. That will be a time count violation. They avoided one with a timeout earlier in this series, and it's going to be 3rd down and a bunch.
Time count violation. Edmonton number 5. 5-yard penalty remains, 3rd down.
So it's backed up 5, 3rd and 16. Kivas Reed looking for some kind of positive to head into the break. Keeps the offense on the field. And here they come again, and they've got Kerry Joseph again. Karan Williams now has the hat trick.
And we say a special hello and salute to our Canadian Navy.
Royal Canadian Navy again. Most points scored by the Lions. There's a ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. Most points scored by the Lions this year, and the most points surrendered by the Eskimos in this lopsided game.
Well, one guy that's been under the gun throughout this season and the slow start by the Lions has been offensive coordinator Jacques Chapdelaine. And a lot of the talk this past week was after the scripted plays from the first couple of series against Winnipeg. Everyone wondering what happened to that offense, especially in the 3rd quarter. They looked completely out of sync.
Here's Lulay on a roll. Pursuit was Marcus Howard, and that pass incomplete. Trying to get Dakeem Foster in front of the Eskimo bench. And there's the club record equaled tonight by G. Simon. Pretty good names on that list.
I like that one at 68 touchdowns.
Yep,
dirty
that was your
30.
guy, yep.
Jimmy Young, dirty 30.
And the guy at the bottom of that list, well, with 58 touchdowns, might have had a few more if he'd stuck around. Swervin Mervin.
Oh, yeah.
Armstead's been busy tonight. forced out by Mwamba as we check back in with Sarah Oleski.
Chris, it's been very quiet on the Eskimos sideline tonight, not just in terms of emotion, but also in terms of communication. Steph Kruk, who's the receivers coach for the Eskimos, is down on the sidelines this evening. Usually he's up in the booth, but most of his communication has been with Kerry Joseph and Ricky Ray. There has not been a lot of communication, whether it be through quarterbacks or through the receivers coach with the new receivers tonight.
And just in front of Kruk there on the sideline was Mookie Mitchell.
Let's get him to line up. Here's Joseph again, and Brent Johnson has a sack as the floodgates open for that defensive line, and Brent Johnson's got his 3rd sack of the year and now 86 in his Hall of Fame caliber career.
This is a pad your stats game for the BC Lions, because the Edmonton Eskimos just cannot get it done, whether they run or they pass the football. But certainly in their pass protections, those tackles are having a tough one tonight. And Brent Johnson gets in on the fun, and you know that defensive line right now is saying, just cut us loose, because chance to pad the stats.
8 sacks now. Kim Murphy throws a flag. Did they have 13 men in the huddle?
Illegal substitution. Back up. Legal substitution. 13 men in the formation. 10-yard penalty remains 2nd down.
Well, Kerry Joseph apparently didn't agree with that call.
And he wanted everyone